if I bleed tonight, if I am sad tonight, I don't have a job to find. And if I work tonight, if I'm so tired tonight, I'll fall asleep when I'm home.
What's up, my peoples? What's going on? Welcome to another episode of Gun Day School, where we talk about gun stuff and you get schooled a little bit if you don't already know. And if you do already know, hey, more power to you. I guess you got yourself a master's degree. All right. Now, what are we talking about with Gun Day School today? What we're going to talk about today, this is more directed towards the entry-level buyers, first-time AR-15 owners, the guys that and gals that are getting into the game of shooting and moving and all that good stuff. All right. There's a lot of things that go into buying your first rifle. It seems in today's era of mass social media, where you can just, with the few clicks of a button or whatever, you can get on a social media platform or something like that, and you can ask, hey, what's the best rifle for me to buy? For you first-time buyers, stop that nonsense, all right? Just cut it out, because you're not being true to yourself, all right? What I normally tell people to do is when they ask me, what's a good rifle to buy, I say, in my opinion or in my experience, this is a good rifle to buy. And most of the time, the rifles that I kind of recommend are rifles that are below $800, $700. All right, I throw that out there right off the bat because this is where a lot of people tend to, I call it ghost money, because it's money that you don't see where you're spending it at when it comes to rifles. All right. For those of you who aren't in the business of building a rifle and you want to buy a rifle, all right, look, I'll put it out there like this. Your first AR-15, be it built or bought, depending on which route you want to go, it should be 100% ultra reliable. Trust your life to it. It'd be that rifle that you go to without a shadow of a doubt. You know that anytime you pull that trigger, it's going to go bang, and it's going to shoot straight, and it's going to shoot true. All right, you want to have at least one rifle like that. If you don't have a rifle like that, then I suggest you go ahead and get yourself one. All right, now back on to buying rifles. I see it a lot. I'm involved with a lot of gun groups on Facebook and stuff. I see it a lot where a lot of guys are telling folks to buy, buy the Daniel Defense or buy the BCM, buy the LWRC, stuff like that. And there's nothing wrong with those rifles. Those are some excellent rifles. Bar none, those are some real good rifles. But the problem with rifles like that is they come with a lot of accessories already on the rifle. Now, the thing about accessories is you may not like the feel. I'll use the Springfield Saint as an example. It's classified as an entry-level rifle. I wouldn't classify it as an entry-level rifle because that bad boy, if Springfield wasn't just messing things up in the gun game, I'll tell you, I would own one right now. I used to own one. I got rid of it because Springfield likes to mess stuff up. Ass hats. All right. Anyway, enough of my personal opinion. Springfield Saint, it's manufactured by Springfield. It comes with a lot of stuff on it. All the parts that come on that are parts that are predominantly made by Bravo Company. Bravo Company makes some good stuff. I'm not gonna front. They make some excellent stuff, but all the stuff they make might not be for everybody. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna do it like this. All right. Let's say you spend $800 on the Springfield Saint. Okay. Got yourself a Springfield. Now you take it out and you go shoot it, and you realize you don't like the handguards that it comes with. All right, you don't like them. So this is what you do. You get rid of the handguards, which usually run about $150. Okay, and you replace it with like, you know, some Magpul handguards. They usually run about 50 bucks. All right. Then you don't like the buttstock. Buttstock is probably, you know, between 80 and 100 bucks. So we just going to call it 80. All right. And you replace it, you know, with another Magpul. Usually run about 50 bucks, depending on which one you buy. All right. Just say 50 bucks for the normal 6-position CTR Magpul carbine. All right. So then you look at that rear sight and you're like, I don't like the rear sight. I got to get rid of it. So the rear sight would probably run about 40 bucks. All right. And you replace it with, Magpul, which runs about 30 bucks for the rear sight. And that's just the regular ones. If you run it with the Pro, it's probably going to be like $100. All right. But you replace the rear sight with, you know, 30 bucks. All right. So add all this up. All right. You just dropped 930 bucks on your first rifle. Okay. Not a bad price. Not a bad price at all. I'm not fronting. That's not a bad price. Okay. So you dropped 930 bucks on your rifle. But the real number that you should be paying attention to is this one right here. All right. That's 270 bucks that you just wasted. It's $270 of parts that you replaced or got rid of. All right. 270 bucks that could have went to things like magazines, could have went to things like ammo. But this is what you call ghost money, because that's money that you don't see that you just spent. All right. Now you could say, oh, I'm gonna jump on Arms List, or I'm gonna go to a gun broker and I'm gonna sell it on the market. You're right, but you're not gonna get $270 worth of money in the stuff that you just got rid of. All right. So that's, you probably at the most, you're probably gonna get like $200 if you finagle it right. If you're a good salesman, you'll get $200, but you're not gonna get 270 bucks, even if the parts are brand new. You know what I'm saying? So now you got 200 bucks back. All right. Yeah, that $200, it'll cover the parts that you bought. You know, it'll cover it. That's a good investment, good expenditure right there. You know, you spent 130 bucks. You got 200 bucks back. Okay, but that's shooting it good. You see what I'm saying? And that's the thing where I tell people, stop buying these high-priced rifles as your first one, because one, you don't know what you like. You may not like the handguards that these rifles come with. You may not like the feel of the buttstock. You may not like, you know, another thing that Springfield comes with it comes with an enhanced trigger group. You may not like that trigger, so you want to go ahead and get rid of that trigger, and you're gonna drop another $250 on like a Geisley or something like that, and you're gonna throw it in there. You see what I'm saying? It's one of those things where you have to look at what you're getting and what you're going to replace, because you're always going to replace something. That's why when I tell people, when you are first getting into the AR-15 game, buy yourself an entry-level 100% plain Jane, no bells, no whistles, no thrills, no frills rifle. All right. Now, some of you guys may call me a Ruger fanboy, but call me whatever you want. Just don't call me late for dinner. Yeah, I went out and I got myself a Ruger. All right. Now, the Ruger, when I got it, it was 500 bucks. It's a $500 rifle. All right. When now you can get them for like $450. Okay. So what did I replace on it? Well, I replaced the flash hider, Ruger's flash hider, with one there. I think these run about $5. I replaced it with a flash hider that ran me $100. The handguards, these, you know, standard, you probably won't be able to buy the exact ones that Ruger makes, but you can go out and buy the regular standard mil-spec handguards, and those will run you about $10, $15, or you can go to like a military surplus store and get them for like $5. Hell, you can even buy the flash hider at a military surplus. They'll probably throw it in the bag for free. All right, because those things are so insignificant and they probably have thousands of them. And the standard 6-position M4 collapsible buttstock, all right, that runs probably like $10. All right, so, you know, and I also replaced the rear sight. The rear sight on the Ruger, it runs about $30 for the rear sight. Okay, now, so this right here is roughly, we'll just call it $30. $60 in parts that I took off. Okay, I removed $60. All right, this is $60 of ghost money that I got rid of. You don't even see that no more. All right, $60 of ghost money. What did I replace? You know, this cost me $30. This is an NC Star Vism extended carbine length handrail, $30. The muzzle device was $50. Or not 50, $100. The rear sight was $20. And the buttstock was $30. All right. So that's $130 that I put into a $500 rifle. Just in replacement parts. All right. So I'm at $630. Add up the optics and the lights, and that would kind of added up, and the charging handle, that would kind of add up to about the same amount as a Saint. All right, we'll just say all in all, with everything added onto it, everything that I replaced adds up to equal the same amount as a Saint. And I have this rifle built to my specifications, things that I like, things that the feel that I like. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to replace the buttstock eventually again, because I'll get into another video with that one. But as it stands right now, this rifle does the job I ask it to do, does the job I demand it to do, and it keeps on rolling, keeps on ticking. Plus, I got it from a company that has excellent customer service and an ironclad warranty. All right? That's another thing you got to look at. What are you spending this money on? Okay? So, $800 for a rifle that is basically to my specifications, versus spending $800 on a rifle that I'm going to change stuff out on. I don't even have to worry about that $100, $130 worth of ghost money. Okay, so let's say my cap is $930. All right, I'm at 800 right now, so that means I can go to Brownells and get a and catch one of those deals where I can get 10 magazines for $60, you know? So I'm at what, 70 now, 80, and I can spend the $80 on ammo, then go to the range and fire it up. You see what I'm saying? So that ghost money that I spent is actually ghost money that's going into, or the ghost money I threw away is ghost money that's going into what I got, you know, on the range, when I'm going to the range and stuff like that. Also, another thing that I tell people, another reason why I tell people to buy plain Jane rifles like, you know, Ruger, Smith & Wesson, M&P, the M&P Sport, M&P Sport 2, DPMS, the Sportical, you know, those guys, they make plain Jane rifles that basically come that look like regular old rifles, no bells, no whistles. Another reason why I tell guys to buy those kind of rifles is because when the parts get taken off, you don't feel compelled to sell them to try to make up for money that you bought in other parts. You know what I'm saying? You don't feel compelled like this. I'm not compelled to sell this, and nobody's gonna buy it. You know, I keep it. $10. What's $10? You know, I'll keep that. You know, I'll keep this. You know, I could put these on different. I could put that on different builds. You know, I'll be working on another build. I'll use that. You know, I'll use those on another build. You know what I'm saying? Because there's really no reason for me to get rid of it. No one's gonna buy it. Two, what if I want to sell this gun and I want to keep all the parts that I took off of it? I could just take everything off and put all this stuff back on it. Be good to go. I'm not gonna get rid of this though. It's my baby. Things gotten me through a lot. Bye. I love you. All right. So that's why I tell cats, man, buy yourself a plain Jane 100%, no bells, no whistles, no frills, no thrills, AR-15. Because at the end of the day, if you spending these thousands and thousands of dollars on these hardcore super weapons, what's going to happen is you're going to be wasting your money, because there's going to be something on that rifle that you're going to want to change. Nobody buys a rifle and keeps it flat how it is unless they have other rifles that they've already changed. You see what I'm saying? Your first AR-15, and this is another thing. Don't get caught up in the hype. All right? Yeah, you see mine. You see mine. I got the magnifier. I got the red dot with the laser. You know, I got the cool looking handguard. I got the flashlight on it. I got the muzzle brake. You know, mine's looking very astute. You know what I'm saying? Looking very robust, precise, like John Wick. You know, I need something robust, precise. It's a good movie. I'm gonna watch that later on. But yeah, you see all that stuff, and here's the kicker. When companies are marketing these things like that, when they're marketing stuff like that, they show operators, military guys, cops, agents of some sort using all this stuff. If your name is Jake from State Farm, chances are you're not going to be using the 10 magnification thermo scope. You're not going to be out there running around to where, oh, I need this muzzle brake because this is the one that the SEAL teams used, and it says that it's very, you know, team and buddy friendly, so I need that. You're not going to be shooting at a team. If you plinking on the range 9 times out of 10, and then that 1 time out of 10 is when you're using it for home defense, you don't need all that stuff. You know, that's like I see guys, man, I laugh my ass off whenever I see guys talk about, yeah, I want to get a CQB rifle. I want to have something that I could run around and protect my home with, this and that, this and that, this and that. And the first thing I was like, well, then why you got a bipod on it? Why you got that, you know, fixed 5 times magnification scope on it? Oh, well, I was reading in Recoil magazine that this was, your problem is right there, man. You don't know what you want, because what you want is what everybody else is using. All right. You're not an operator. You're not cop. You're not an agent of some sort. Your name isn't John Wick. You know, stop buying stuff that you don't. And, you know, then they try to rationalize, you know, what you want to buy for it. And, you know, well, if the government decides to take over, I'm going to be a precision marksman, so I'm going to need the scope. Really, bro? Really? That's really, you going to go that route? That's what we talking about then, huh? Yeah, but look, man, bottom line, dude. First of all, it's your rifle. Do what you want to do with it. I'm not the one that's going to tell you not to do anything to your rifle. I'm just trying to save you some money. All right? That's all I'm trying to do, is save you a bit of dough, so you could spend the money that you would have spent on nonsense parts. You would have spent that money on things like the range, things like a carbine class, things like magazines. You know, that should be the first thing you buy. When you buy a gun, that should be the first thing you buy, is magazines and ammo. And then take it right to the range. That same day, go to the range, fire it up. Get yourself, before you buy any parts, any accessories, anything like that, you should at the very least run a basic load through your rifle. Before you buy any parts, run a basic load. What's a basic load? 7 30-round magazines. Run them through your rifle before you buy anything. Because for one, you may get a rifle that's a blim. And it's, you know, no faults on the company. Somebody just probably didn't QC it before it left the showroom floor or whatever. And you buy this rifle and you start buying all these parts, and then your rifle is a blim. Now you got to deal with customer service. And if you bought a Colt's customer service is horrible. So you may get turned off from ever buying the AR-15 again. But now you got all these AR-15 parts, and you starting to think about going into the AK-47 range, you know? So before you buy any parts or any accessories, buy yourself magazines and ammo and run it through the range. At least a basic load. If it runs the basic load flawlessly, Awesome. You got yourself a good rifle. Now you go home and reflect on your range experience. You know what I'm saying? Reflect on all that stuff that you got in touch with at that range. Well, I don't like this trigger. I don't like how the buttstock feels on my shoulder. I don't like how my hands feel with this handguard. I'm going to change that stuff out. All right. See, now what you have going on is you have a streamlined approach to buying accessories for your rifle. You know, you have change out the handguards. All right. Change out the buttstock. And then you want to go into some optics and some magnification. Now, if you want to ask people what the best optic and magnification is, 9 times out of 10, the first question they're going to ask you is, what do you plan on doing with the rifle? You know, they're not going to direct you to spend $800-900 on a scope if all you're doing is shooting at the 50-yard range. You know, at the 100-yard, anything under 200 yards, you don't need that scope. And if you got yourself a 5.56, don't tell me you're hunting. Yeah, you may be able to hunt a few things with that, but let's get serious. You know, come on now, be for real. I have a 308 for hunting. I'm not using my 5.56. This is to hunt bad guys, not good meat. You know what I'm saying? So let's get serious, all right? They'll probably tell you, man, what do you plan on doing with it? Well, I wouldn't do that if I were you, because you're never gonna you're not gonna feel the full experience of whatever part you're buying if all you're doing is this. So you're basically wasting the money. You're getting caught up in that mode that these manufacturers want you to get caught up in when it comes to buying parts that they market using operators, using SWAT, policemen, agents of some sort, John Wick. You know what I'm saying? They're marketing these things using those guys to tap into this whatever thing that you got going on in your brain, you know, to make you feel as if you're inadequate unless you get this part. All right. That's why I tell people, buy a plain Jane 100% no bells, no whistles rifle and start from there. Now, if your first rifle is one that you want to build, one that you want to put together, get with somebody who's been in the game for a little while. All right. Don't do it on your own. Get with someone who's been in the game for a minute. Now, with mine, I built this one, or put it together because I didn't do any milling. I put this one together, but I sat down for about a week and I picked the brain of somebody that I know gets down in shooting competitions, because I wanted to have a rifle that worked for shooting. So I sat down and I picked their brain. Now, not everybody's the same. You're going to get 2 different opinions from 2 different people. So I picked her brain and I found out, you know, what she likes to do. By the way, she works at 21st Tactical in Fayetteville, North Carolina. Awesome chick. She does a whole lot of good stuff when it comes to guns. She's mad cool like the other side of the pillow. There's a dude that works there too. Older cat. Best metal work I've ever seen going down in my life. You ever need anything, they probably be able to help you out. So go down and check them out. That's a store plug for your ass right there. Because Smallville said so. Smallville don't BS with nothing. All right. So I picked her brain about this, about shooting competitions and stuff. And, you know, she let me know what parts to roll with, what parts not to roll with. Now, I think the only thing I didn't pay attention to her on was my muzzle device, because I feel a little bit better, you know, like shooting wise. After I built the rifle, I went off and I started shooting, and I realized that, hey, you know, this one right here works for me. You know, this is what I like rolling with. So I rolled with that. I'm not too proud to ask for help. I'm not too proud to step up to the plate and be like, I don't know, help me out. All right. I've been behind the gun in real world situation for about 15 years. And here I am asking, you know, at the time she was fairly new to the shooting game, but here I am asking her about shooting competition setups. All right. Now, you may roll like I did with the muzzle brake. You may find something that you just absolutely got to roll with. Don't get mad if people try to dissuade you from that. All right. This is for you first time rifle guys. You know, I just want to reiterate that. All right. You know, this is, you know, this AR pistol right here. It's another one that I built or put together because I didn't do any milling. You know, I put that one together. All right. I put it together to suit my needs, suit the things that I want to do with it, to suit what my purpose was. All right. That's what you got to roll with. Get a purpose for your rifles. All right. Built that one. This one right here, this is a build that I'm working on. Absolutely positively has no purpose. Just a bunch of miscellaneous parts that I had laying around because I was once in the shoes of the first time rifle buyer and I bought all these parts that didn't work. I just got them because people wanted me to get them or I thought they were going to be cool. All right. And now, you know, I got all these parts laying around. So I'm like, I might as well put something together that's just outlandish and no purpose at all. I call this the fun build. All right. You know, so that's basically what we roll with. You know, get into the game, get yourself an entry-level rifle. If you spend more than $800, $700-800 for your first rifle, you're spending too much. Get yourself an entry-level rifle. All right, something with an ironclad warranty. Just in case it goes sour, you can hit the company up. Hey, man, fix my junk. And they'd be like, oh, for sure, man, my bad. All right, that's what you got to roll with. Don't listen to these guys that buy these $2,000, $1,500 rifles because most of those rifles come with stuff already on it that you may not like. You know, you may come to the conclusion that you don't need the 2, 3, 4 pound trigger, but your rifle has one on there. Waste of money. Because every time you shoot it now, you're just going to realize how bad you don't need that. Waste dough. Waste it. Ghost money. You know what I'm saying? So get your cash. Save your cash. Buy something small, something cool. Spend money on mags and ammo. Run them at the range. And then from there, figure out what you want. If you're going the build route, talk to somebody who knows about these things. Talk to somebody who's an expert in these things. Let them help you. Let them guide and direct you. And be receptive. Don't be that closed off. I don't want to hear it. La, 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 la. Don't be that person. All right. So, to wrap all this bad boy up. Entry level. $700 and below. If you spend more than $700, something's terribly wrong with you. All right. So don't spend that kind of cash on your first rifle because somebody tells you to, or because the salesman talks you into it, or because you saw it in the magazine, or because Facebook says so. All right. Basically, that's it, man. Save your cash. That's all I'm here to help you do. Save cash. Now, if you want to get the high-priced rifles, by all means, man, go right ahead and get it. I know when I saw that Daniel Defense Super Bowl commercial, I was like, damn, I might have to look into getting me a DDM4. But I didn't. All right? I didn't get it because I got this thing called a daughter. And I'd much rather spend that kind of money at Barnes & Noble with her than to spend it on a rifle that I'm probably going to be too afraid to shoot in practical situations. All right. That's another thing, man. Popped in my head. Don't spend so much money on your rifle to the point where you get angry when it gets scuffed up and marked up and stuff like that. I've noticed that, man. When people spend big bucks on their rifles, they treat them like they spent big bucks on their car. Man, why you sitting on my car? Man, why you manhandling my rifle? You know, so don't spend too much money on it to where you be like, oh, I got to keep it clean. I got to clean it every day. I got to do this. I got to do that. Oh, my God. All right. Get something that you will have no qualms about running in the dirt, running in the rain, running in the snow, running in the forest. If a bear attacks, you know, stick it in the bear's mouth. You know, if the bear's trying to run away, stick it where the sun don't shine. You know, butt stroke the bear, butt stroke your homeboy, butt stroke the guy that's going to make you feel like you need to 100% keep it clean at all times, because they're rifles. They're going to blue up. They're going to dirty. They're going to get a little. Look at this one, man. Look at this. All right. Look at that. There. You see the buttons and stuff? Flip it over here. You see all that? Yeah. This thing is kind of taking a beating. I don't mind it. So it's only a $500 rifle that acts like it's not. It's one of those $2 hookers that be on Facebook talking about like she worth $3,000 a night. But I love you, Gene Simmons. I love you. Yeah, so that's it, man. Save your dough. Don't be trying to break your bank trying to get a rifle that everybody tells you to get. Get yourself a plain Jane, 100%, no bells, no whistles, no frills, no thrills, AR-15, and spend the rest of that money on ammo, magazines, and training. All right? And I guarantee you, in the long run, you'll thank me, because you'll save a lot of dough and you'll figure out exactly what you want going on with your rifle. All right? Well, that's about it, folks. I'm going to go watch John Wick. I don't know what you guys are going to watch. Big ups to my boys in blue, my boys in green. I want to give a special shout out to my boys in the red, white, and blue, the United States. We're playing Mexico in a couple days. So I hope we qualify for the World Cup. I'm a huge soccer fan. If you knew me personally, you'd know that for real. All right. So long live the Republic. God bless the USA. I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Peace.